boys and girls. Welcome back to another writing lesson with Mrs. Burke. We're continuing our unit on characters, and today we're going to come up with a problem for our character, and we're going to figure out how our character is going to solve those problems, or that one problem. If you're ready, let's get started. So far in this unit, we have focused on character traits and the likes and dislikes of our characters. So in week 1, we introduced our character, we drew them, we named them, and we came up with their character traits and their likes and dislikes. In week 2, we came up with some distinguishing features and sidekicks for our characters. And now it is week 3, and we are focusing on how our character is going to solve a problem or problems. And if you would like to, you're going to make a mini comic strip for your character. I know a lot of you like comic strips and graphic novels, so that's going to be super fun for you. All right, so when we look at solving problems, we think about how our characters solve problems. Now, in different books, characters can solve problems in different ways. Sometimes when we read a book, we may meet a character who has a problem and solves it on their very first try, and the whole book is about solving that problem. Other characters may need to try to solve their problems multiple times. We can also meet characters who go on a journey or an adventure to solve their problems, and other characters work as a team to solve their problems. Now, when we meet characters who may solve their problem in one try, sometimes that problem can get bigger and worse as the story goes on, but the character is able to come up with a great way to solve that problem. Sometimes they might even have multiple problems that come up. When I think about the book Brave Irene, Irene had a problem that she was trying to solve, which was delivering the dress for her sick mother. But then as the story went on, she was faced with multiple problems. The dress got lost, she got hurt, she got lost, and she had to work through all of these problems throughout the course of the book. Sometimes characters may need to try to solve a problem multiple times. They might try to solve a problem and they don't get it right on the first try, and they have to keep trying to solve it in different ways. When I think of the Magic Treehouse books, or when I think of the Magic School Bus books, the characters are faced with a problem or a question that they need to solve, and they go on a journey or adventure to solve that problem. And finally, when I think of characters who work as a team to solve their problems, oftentimes when we read books by or when we read like Harry Potter books, Harry Potter has a whole team with him. He has his friends with him that are helping him solve his problems. When I look at the Henry and Mudge books or Narwhal and Jelly, they're solving their problems together. So they always have a friend or a sidekick with them, and they work out those problems together. So there's a variety of different ways that characters can attempt to solve their problems. So today we're going to focus on the type of problems our characters might have and how they might solve their problems. So you may remember my character. Her name is Julesy, and Julesy is an artist. And Julesy has a problem. And oftentimes when she tries to solve her problem, she'll use her little paintbrush to make a sketch of her problem, and she'll try to come up with some different solutions, and she'll choose the best solution and go with that. So today, the problem that Julesy has is that Julesy's little sister Jane made a mess in her room. So when Julesy was at school, Jane came in and messed up everything, messed up all of her school supplies and her art supplies. So Julesy tried to talk to her sister, but it didn't work. So she tried to have a conversation with her little sister. It didn't work out so well. So then Julesy said, well, I'm going to have to solve this problem a different way. So she decided to make a game of cleaning up. So she turned cleaning up into a game, and it worked. And her little sister Jane helped Julesy clean up the mess in her room. So that was a pretty good strategy for Julesy to use, coming up with a game and turning cleaning up her room into a game for Jane. So, boys and girls, you're going to have an opportunity to think about your character and to think about a problem that your character has today and how your character is going to solve that problem. Now, earlier I did mention making a little comic strip as well. I'm going to put that in your seesaw lesson as a bonus activity. All right, as always, do your best work and make sure you have kept your seesaw activity in draft so that you can go back and modify it. If it's not in draft, you might have to contact your teacher to help you access it. All right, do your best work.